Hi, and welcome to IHRE Learning. In today's topic, I am going to talk about recruiting the right people. People are vital to the success of any organization. It has been shown repeatedly that poor recruitment practices result in high labor turnover and absenteeism, with a consequent increase in costs. If the right people are recruited in the first place, they are likely to stay, fit into your organization and work to optimum effect. If the wrong people are recruited, they will either leave or engage in unsatisfactory behaviors or conduct, which means that you will have to manage them out of the business. This is time-consuming and in itself carries risks. You need to be really rigorous about your recruitment practices. There are a lot of bounty hunters who make it their business to trip up careless recruiters. By this I mean, for example, that it is easy to submit two apparently identical CVs, with one material difference, such as a disability. If you call in the person without the disability for interview but not the person with a disability, it looks as though you are operating a barrier against people with a disability. Always be able to objectively justify why you have, and have not, invited someone to interview. The first thing you might do is define your recruitment requirement. Decide what sort of person, in terms of personality, would be ideal for the job role. If, for example, the job is working on a production line, you would want someone who prefers a reasonable level of repetition and is comfortable with routine. Someone with the opposite preferences, the type of person who enjoys lots of change and variety and likes to do things in new ways, would be unlikely to stay long in the job. Once you have decided what qualities the ideal candidate will bring to the job, consider what is essential and what is merely desirable. Many people make the mistake of including in the essential category attributes that are merely desirable. It is only essential if, without that criterion, the candidate simply would not be able to do the job. Next, you need to narrow down the job description and person specifications. The job description defines the duties in the role the employee will be expected to undertake. The person specification defines the attributes and skills of the person needed to perform those duties. Between them, these two documents can help you objectively analyze the criteria for the job. You can use the job description and person specification to help you write your advertisement, the shortlist and even your interview questions. A job description describes the tasks and responsibilities that make up the job. It doesn't have to be lengthy or complex, although this will depend on the nature of the job. Always make sure that the job description includes a catch-all phrase stating that the job holder is required to carry out any other reasonable request by management. While there is an implied duty upon every employee to carry out reasonable management requests, it makes life much easier if you spell it out. A person specification defines the qualifications, skills, knowledge, experience and qualities of the ideal job holder. It describes the person needed to fulfill the duties in the job description. Next, avoid unlawful discrimination. Discrimination has almost become a dirty word in recent years, but it's important to keep a sense of perspective. All we mean by discrimination is that we make choices. We are discerning. Do you discriminate when you recruit your staff? Yes. We all do. For example, if I want someone for a driving job, the successful applicant will have to show that he is qualified, legally and medically, to drive. These are reasonable and justifiable selection criteria. Not all discrimination is unlawful or even bad practice. It is when the selection or exclusion of candidates is based on unlawful and unjustified criteria that we run into trouble. You have to be able to justify your selection criteria in objective business terms. Setting unnecessary standards for qualifications, experience or personal qualities may be indirectly discriminatory. If you can't objectively justify criteria, you may face a claim for unlawful discrimination. Next step, advertising. If you decide that you need to fill a vacancy, you will have to carry out a broad roll of available candidates. There is no legal requirement to advertise and sometimes there will be an internal candidate who has already been identified as a suitable person for the job. However, you should show that it is your normal practice to give a range of suitable applicants the opportunity to register their interest with you. Think carefully about how job seekers will respond to what is in the advert. You want to ensure that the type of people you are looking for will be drawn to the effort, so describe the job in terms that will be attractive to the desired personality type. Avoid words such as youthful outlook, junior, mature, or senior, which may indicate that you are looking for people in a particular age group. Saying something like this is a junior position in the division or this is a senior position in the company, or using titles, such as junior sales clerk or senior officer, is probably acceptable because you are simply indicating the position's level in the hierarchy. You should also avoid some types of descriptive words because it seems that these two may be associated with particular groups. It's an honor to share my knowledge with all of you, and that all. Thank you.